And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
First carry for James Conner.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check 3, check 3.
Play fake to Conner. Now Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 50 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Roethlisberger.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Switch. Under. We're going to 54, 180.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott complete. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
He's got his target. It's Cobb.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. Line in. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. Check it out, please. Okay. Bill.
This is Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Line in. Don't get nervous. Here we go. 46. 55 to mine. Check. 55 to mine. I'm coming. Right, 55. Then we're going to 53. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for him. Go 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. This is fielded inside the 5. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson, 77 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football. What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's checking.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Vince Williams on the tackle.
47.
Again at 7 yards.
Big Ed.
It's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Let's go, fellas.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Go, get out there. Check the out. Switch it, hey. Here we go, 47.
And that'll set them back 5.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Under. Motion. Mike 55, Mike 50. Here we go, kill. It's a party now. What? Here we go, 1 to 54, 1 Hey, 47. 26.
Here's Prescott. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On second down, Connor looking for space. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
I'm coming.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 24 yards. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Takes 3. 2 blocks.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. They find some open field here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Back. 55, Mike 55. Let's go. Mike 55, Mike 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
Mike, good.
15.
We go 46.
Here's Prescott. Oh, he's looking long for Witten. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
The Steelers take over.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down now, it's Connor, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
77. Hey, Foxtrot. 55, my guy, 55. You're trash. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. 8. Coming out to you.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets it down to the 32. Well, a heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 75 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Again, it's Connor. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
This one, despite the heavy workload, but you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start on the ground with Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Check right. Watching you go. Go, get out there. Mike 5-5, Mike 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here we go. Black 20. I got it. Hey, we got tight right. Even. 4 down. Even. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. Connor, and he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 81 yards. And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Flushed out right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. We got to get the ball. Easy, lock it first.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Rolling to his right. He'll take his shot for the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, 40 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.